Hello, welcome everyone. It's your host OT19 or Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and I'm here today to present to you all Season 2, Episode 8 of Random Multiclass Thursdays, The Horsemen of Famine. Before this video begins, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into today's video. So, begin. The weapons we'll be using for today's builds are the scimitar and the club. The reason why we're using a club and scimitar is because this build, we're going to be dual wielding, and you might be saying, why not just use a short sword? Well, I want to be dual wielding, only using charisma for this build, because this is a paladin build, and you can't shillelagh anything that's not a club or quarterstaff, and you can't dual wield a scimitar and a quarterstaff, because dual wielder is now just gone, which I'm gonna get into that a little later. Okay, I do want to announce here very quickly. I will be making a video, probably be posting it. I don't know, maybe like Saturday, Sunday, of whenever you see the week of when this video drops, where I'm gonna be discussing a lot of things I like from the player's handbook, things I don't, and I definitely do think dual wielder will most definitely show up in that video, cause it's just weird. Now, for our level 1 origin, we'll be making a custom origin because a Dungeon Master's Guide with rules for custom origins has finally dropped. Hallelujah. If your DM is annoying and doesn't allow custom origins because he's a poo-poo head and a bad DM, I recommend just picking up Merchant. But if your DM's not a bad DM, joking of course, and I would recommend picking up your ability scores and Constitution and Charisma, because those are two are increasing, and the other one, I don't know, make it Dexterity. Make it Intelligence or something. I don't know, whatever you want to do. For our Origin fee, I recommend picking up Tough, because I've seen some 2024 monsters, and oh, have they gotten buffed. They are doing massive amounts of damage, and you do not want to be getting TPK'd by one natural 20. I saw a knight that I think does 2d10 plus a d8 amount of damage, and if the DM gets a natural 20 on the crossbow of a knight, that can kill most characters. CR3 creature. One natural 20, just boom, permadead. So yeah, I definitely take tough, because you do not want to mess around when your DM lands a natural 20 and your character is dead. So make sure you take tough. And yeah. Now for our stats, we'll be going a 13th strength solely because this build we're going to be wearing heavy armor. That's why we only have a 10 dexterity, and also we need a 10 for multiclassing with paladin. And the whole reason why I feel like going the strength route is better is because we just don't have the stats unless you want to decrease our constitution. But again, I love having a lot of HP and making wisdom saves. Those are the most important things for me. AC, wisdom saves, and HP. So I do know with wearing heavy armor, we can get a very similar armor class to many medium or even light armor wearers. Alright, just go back. What the hell? Okay, glitching the hell out. Well, that was it. But yeah, so I definitely do think it's just better to go heavy armor with this build. But yeah, with our Constitution score, I picked a 15 with a +1, making it a 16. For our Intelligence, it's an 8 because Intelligence is still a bad stat, no matter how much you want to make it a good one. And with our Wisdom modifier, I chose it to be a 10. You never want a negative Wisdom. You always want it to either be a neutral or positive, because if not, you're really just shooting yourself in the foot. Much more than needed, in my opinion. Now, our charisma score will be a 15 +2 thanks to our origin, to a total of 17. Overall, I think these stats are the best ones you could possibly do, unless you have an enhanced point buy, or your standard array is maybe a little stronger, or whatever else your DM may or may not do. Now for our species, we'll be taking human. The only reason why is because of the versatility feature. Magic Initiate Druid, pick up Shillelagh is a must-have for this build. Yeah, so I know this is like my third or fourth human build, but man, it's just human is... I can't believe that human is somehow still a viable species option. I'm still genuinely shocked. Everyone's like, oh, you can no longer take human, you can no longer take any of the good feats. Human's cooked. But yeah, human just proves that it, no matter what, humans, they're humans. It's just, It's so interesting that humans are still good. I guess that just speaks like the power of feats and how like influential or build defining they can possibly be. But yeah, I mean also a free use of heroic inspiration. This can be used to reroll any dice roll. If your character's rolling for HP, then I think you can actually re-roll it. So that could be really interesting. If you roll like a 2 instead of a 1, you can just boom get an 8 or a 10 or a 12, whatever. But yeah, over and also skillful and extra skill proficiency is always nice. Now, for level 1, we get weapon masteries and spell casting. I'm not going over that. I've gone over it millions of times. The only weapon mastery we'll be using is the Nick property. So when we make the extra attack with the light property, it is now a part of our attack action instead of our bonus action. Pretty nice. We do gain proficiency in wisdom and charisma saving throws, which is really nice, and we gain proficiency in every weapon and every armor. Now, as a first level paladin, we do gain Lay on Hands. Basically, Lay on Hands allows us to have a pool of hit points that we can, as a bonus action, heal our allies with. And also, if we spend 5 hit points all in one go, we can remove the poisoned condition from a creature, but you do not restore the hit points. So, I mean, yeah, Lay on Hands, really good bonus action heal. It's basically a bonus action cure wounds. It is a little worse, but again, Lay on Hands is only ever used to heal. You can't use it to smite. You can't use it for anything. So I really do like Lay on Hands, and I think it just really works well with paladins in general. Now, for level 1 spells, I recommend taking up Bless, Command, Cure Wounds, Divine Favor. Now, I do know we have Lay on Hands, but Cure Wounds is still really good, and I think not taking Cure Wounds is a pretty dumb decision, especially since at level 2, we'll be taking our first level of Warlock, allowing us to have one first level spell slot that recharges on a short rest. So, if you're ever taking a short rest and haven't spent your one Packed Magic slot, just say to your DM, oh, before we take the short rest, I cast Cure Wounds on myself with my one level 1 Warlock with my one level 1 Warlock spell slot, and boom, you get 2d8 extra healing plus like 3 or 4 or 5, whatever your charisma modifier is, on top of your short rest, which could allow you to save up your hit dice. So next short rest, you have more to spend, or any combination of that sort. We do also get Pact to the Blade, which is a very good feature. It basically allows us to, as a bonus action, bond a weapon of our choice, so now it be our packed weapon. That packed weapon can either do necrotic, psychic, or radiant damage, which is really nice, and uses our charisma modifier to attack instead of our dexterity or strength score, allowing us to be a paladin that only has to use charisma, only increase charisma, and only attack with charisma while dual wielding, which is just so damn cool. But yeah. Now for our third level character, second level paladin, we'll be taking the 2-weapon fighting style. Basically, when we take that extra attack with the light property, we can now add our ability score modifier to the damage. We also get Paladin Smite, which basically, once per long rest, we can cast Divine Smite completely for free, and we always have Divine Smite prepared. Now, as a third level paladin, we get Channel Divinity. Basically, we get 2 uses currently, an additional use at level 11, and every short rest we regain back 1 expended use of Channel Divinity, and on long rest we regain back all uses. We have Divine Sense, which basically allows us to detect any celestial, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of ourselves for the next 10 minutes as a bonus action. Overall, will you be using Divine Sense? Probably not. Make sure to drink water. Again, Divine Sense is one of those features that's kind of mid. I mean, like, yeah, it's situationally useful. I mean, now the fact it's a Channel Divinity, I feel like is a really expensive. I mean, yeah, we have more uses of Channel Divinity, but still, I feel like that's very expensive for not a whole lot. Yeah, it does last for 10 minutes. I wish instead of 60 feet, it could have been like 120 or 300 feet instead. I mean, we're all using a Channel Divinity, and many Channel Divinities in 2024 are very broken, so nah, I'm iffy on it. But as a third level paladin, we get our Oath of Vengeance subclass now. For some weird reason, maybe I don't know, maybe it's on roll 20. At third level you only get Bane. Yeah, it's very weird. Usually most like subclasses give you 2 spells, instead of just 1, but it's only Vengeance Paladin too. Yeah, it only gives you Bane. It doesn't give you a second spell. Yeah, very weird. We also give Valve Enemy. Basically, anytime you take the attack action on your turn, you can expend the use of your Channel Divinity, and against a creature of your choice within 30 feet of yourself, you have advantage on attack rolls against them for 1 minute or until you use this feature again. Now, when the creature drops to 0 hit point or is killed, you can transfer that Valve Enemy to a different creature within 30 feet of yourself again, no action required. Chef's kiss. Oh, I love it so much. My beloved Vengeance Paladin is so much better. Which, the Divine Smite nerf, we definitely needed a buff, so overall, very much appreciated. Now, as a 4th level Paladin, we gain the Warcaster feat. Reason why I'm taking Warcaster, A, increases our charisma by 1, and also B, a lot of people are really annoying about somatic components. Now we just don't ever have to worry about that. So now we can have 2 weapons in both our hands and still slug out spells. I mean, also, we can now also cast a spell as a reaction, meaning depending on your DM and how they read the rules, because I know this is very interpretive, you can now what is it called, like opportunity attack your ally and cast like cure wounds on them, which can be cool. You also have advantage on any constitution check you have to make to maintain concentration, which we definitely will be maintaining concentration on a couple of spells, so that's a pretty good feature. Now, 5th level damage report. Now, turn 1, you will be casting Shillelagh, dealing an average of 17 damage if we also take the attack action. Of course, turn 2, we'll be casting Divine Favor, then taking the attack action, dealing an average 22 damage. We'll be casting Hex, then doing the attack action, dealing an average 29 damage. We will be Divine Smiting and attacking, dealing an average of 38 damage with an average to hit of 17.5 with permanent advantage. Overall, pretty damn powerful. Now, as a 5th level Paladin, we gain extra attack and Faithful Steed. Extra attack allows us to attack twice on an attack action instead of one. And also, Faithful Steed allows us to basically, for once per long rest, freely cast Find Steed, and we always have the spell prepared. And also, as a 5th level Vengeance Paladin, we also gain Hold Person and Misty Step automatically added to our repertoire. Nah, it's a 5th level Paladin. We also get 2nd level spells. 5th level is such a stacked level for Paladin. We get Aid, Lesser Restoration, Magic Weapon, Prayer of Healing, Wording Bond. I personally recommend picking up Magic Weapon and Prayer of Healing. We're going to be using both of those spells pretty damn often, and they're both pretty damn powerful. Prayer of Healing allows us to do a 10-minute short rest, which, there is one thing I did notice a couple days ago, which if you are a cleric with divine intervention, you can now take an action to give your whole party a short rest in the middle of combat, which that's pretty damn broken. But again, it is a 10th level feature, so I guess it's semi-balanced. Now, as a 6th level Paladin, we get Aura of Protection, allowing us to add our Charisma modifier to all of our saving throws, and anyone within 10 feet of us can also add our Charisma modifier to their saving throw. Yeah, this is really good. This basically just gives us proficiency in almost every single saving throw, which is just really nice. And also, this does stack upon proficiency bonus, so this is almost like doubling our proficiency bonus for our wisdom saving throw, which, oh, I love it. Right now, in a one shot I'm playing in, one of my characters, he has an axe that adds his Constitution modifier to his Aura of Protection. So now he has like a plus 12 to all of his saving throws. And I think his Wisdom save is like a plus 20, and his Charisma save is like a plus 26. It's like disgustingly good. But yeah, he also has like 282 HP. It's a 20th level one shot for anyone wondering. It is a homebrew magic item that my DM has allowed me to use. But yeah, he's really good. He's a very powerful character. Now at level 8, our 7th level Paladin, we get Relentless Avenger. Basically, anytime a creature provokes an opportunity attack from us, we can choose... No, we just reduce its speed to 0, and we can then move up to half of our speed as a part of the same reaction. Us moving does not provoke opportunity attacks. So yeah, take that into mind. Now, as a 9th level character, 8th level Paladin, we get a plus 2 to Charisma, maxing our Charisma at 20, which is very beneficial. By nearly all of our features benefit from it. No. As a 10th level character, 9th level paladin, we get Abjure Foes. This basically allows us to, as an action, basically almost cast a version of the Fear spell. Any creature that we choose, charisma modifier, not any creature, charisma modifier amount of creatures that we choose within 60 feet of us must make a wisdom save or be frightened of us, and while they're frightened, they can only move, take an action, or a bonus action. Now all three. So yeah, it is a definitely pretty damn powerful spell. I think it's kind of similar to Tasha's Mind Whip in a way. I mean, it does use a channel divinity, so take that into mind, but and I'm kind of meh on it. And also, as a 9th level paladin, we also gain 9th level, 3rd level spells from the Oath of Vengeance table, granting us haste and protection of energy, permanently prepared. Now, we also get 3rd level spells. Here we pick up Aura Vitality, Elemental Weapon, Remove Curse, and Revivify. I personally love Elemental Weapon. I'm an Elemental Weapon apologist. I love it. I think it's amazing. I do hate the fact that it is concentration. I wish they would have taken off the concentration. They took it off for magic weapon. I don't know why elemental weapon is any different. I mean, I know we are attuning it to fire, but I feel like it's like we just boom. It's just that's annoying. I think that may be in my complaint section too, but whatever. In my games, elemental weapon doesn't require concentration, and it's super cool. But in boring old D&D, it sadly does. Now it's time for our 10th level damage report. On turn 1, we will be casting Shillelagh and casting Haste, taking the hasted action to deal 10.5 damage. On turn 2, we'll be casting Magical Weapon level 3 on our club, taking the attack action, dealing an average of 46 damage. On turn 3, casting Divine Favor, taking an average of 56 damage. Turn 4, smiting at 2nd level, dealing an average of 69.5 damage. Nice. Yeah, also with an average to hit of 21.5 with permanent advantage. Make sure to take off a +2, making it 19.5 if you're attacking with your scimitar. Yeah, really nice, really good damage numbers. I mean, haste, of course. Haste, extra attack, magic weapon, a higher level smite is just such a massive boost to damage. And also Shillelagh doesn't scale. Shillelagh hasn't scaled yet, but when it does in one level, it will bring a punch, to put it nicely. Now, as a 10th level paladin, 11th level character, we get Aura of Courage. Basically, all of our allies within Teddy that are affected by Aura protection also are immune to the frightened condition. So, and also when a frightened ally enters our aura, or they just get near us, they also have the condition removed from them, which is pretty damn nice. I mean, Aura of Courage, yeah, it's overall pretty cool, pretty powerful feature. And also, as an 11th level paladin, 12th level character, we get Radiant Strike. Basically, anytime we make a melee weapon or an unarmed strike, the target takes an extra 1d8 of radiant damage. Pretty damn sick, if you ask me. Now, as a 12th level paladin, 13th level character, we'll be taking dual wielder, increasing our strength score by 1, and also picking up dual wielder. Dual wielder is a very nice feat. Now, I know there are a lot of semantics and a lot of things to cover here, but how I'll read the wielder is, basically, when we attack with our scimitar, we'll be able to take a bonus action attack as well with our club. That's how I read it, that's how I'll do it. So just know, for our bonus action attack, I am assuming we're hitting someone with a club straight to the face. Now, as a 13th level paladin, we get 4th level spells, granting us Banishment and Dimension Door. I mean, yeah, overall, those two spells are pretty good. I mean, Dimension Door is very powerful. Banishment can be game-breakingly powerful. So, yeah, overall, pretty damn solid. Now, as a 15th level character, 14th level paladin, we get Restoring Touch. Basically, anytime we cast Lay on Hands on a creature, we basically also cast Lesser Restoration. We can remove the blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, or stunned condition from any creature. We must expend 5 hit points from the healing pool of Lay on Hands. And also, if the condition is removed, the creatures don't regain hit points, blah blah blah. I mean, having frightened on there is a little bit dumb, because if in touching range of a creature, they're already immune to being frightened, so I feel like that's a little dumb. Make sure to drink water, of course, folks. I don't know. I feel like yeah, that's just kind of dumb. Because if we're within like slapping range of someone, they're already immune to being frightened. So I guess. But yes, now for our 15th level damage report. When it comes to reaction economy, nothing is different. Of course, turn 1, you'll be casting Shillelagh and Haste, dealing an average of 16 damage. Turn 2, Magic Weapon at 3rd level with the attack action, 67 points of average damage on average. Turn 3, Divine Favor attack, 77 points of damage on average. Turn 4, attack action, bonus action attack, dealing an average of 97.5 damage with the attack average of 22.5 to hit with advantage permanently applied. Oh, that's a mouthful. But yeah, we do a lot of damage here. I mean, as a single target paladin, we are doing a lot of single target damage. Granted, we are wasting a ton of resources in haste, in magic weapon. We do now have 4th level slots, meaning it is a little more bearable. And of course, Divine Favor is a 1st level spell, meaning we can just cast it for our Warlock slot. But still, we are wasting a lot of resources, but I do definitely think the damage shows that. Now, as a 16th level character, 15th level paladin, we get Soul of Vengeance. Immediately after a creature, under the effect of your Valve enemy, hits or misses with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature if it's within range. I mean, yeah, this is really good. This is basically just like Sentinel and the Berserker Barbarians class feature just mashed up into one 15th level feature. Very good, very solid, and very powerful. I won't be using Soul of Vengeance to assume anything with when it comes to our damage report, but just know almost every single combat you probably will be getting this, assuming you're fighting the creature that you have your Valve enemy casted on. So yeah, just know that your damage probably is a little bit higher if you include Soul of Vengeance. Now, as a 16th level paladin, I'll be picking up Mage Slayer, increasing our strength score to 15, allowing us to wear that big heavy plate mail. And also, we basically get a automatic success on any intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw of our choice once per short rest, not per long rest, making Prayer of Healing even more powerful because now our Mage Slayer also comes back, and if we hit a creature that is concentrating on a spell, they have disadvantage on the concentration check, meaning they might be able to break it. Now, as a 17th level paladin, we get 5th level spells. Here we can pick up Banishing Smite, Destruction Wave, Greater Restoration, Raise Dead, Summon Celestial, Hold Monster, and Scrying. Now, Hold Monster and Scrying are from being an Oath of Vengeance paladin, but yeah, Summon Celestial, Hold Monster, Destruction Wave, Greater Restoration, really powerful 5th level spells. Definitely spells you want to be using very often. Overall, really solid spell selection here. Man, I love paladins and I love how their spell list is so powerful. But man, does it take a while to reach those really powerful spells. But when you do, oh, you're packing one hell of a punch. Now, as a 18th level paladin, 19th level character, our Aura of Protection it now expands to a 30-foot animation, which is pretty cool. As a 20th level character, 19th level paladin, we'll be taking Boon of Spell Recall. Now, let me cook. The bonus spell recall increases our charisma score by 1 to a maximum of 30, so 21 charisma. That's pretty cool. But the main reason we took this is whenever you cast a spell with a level 1 or 4 spell slot, roll a d4. If the number you roll is the same as the slot's level, the slot isn't expended. This basically means 25 times. Oh my, I just cannot speak today. Ooh, jeez. Basically. Basically, there is a 25% chance anytime we cast a 1 through 4th level spell, which is basically all of our spells except like 3, we don't waste a spell slot. That is very nice and really helps us out with our problem of us expending all of our resources. Yeah, this feature is very, very good and definitely worth the name of Epic Boon. Now, our level 20 damage report. Turn 1, we'll be casting Summon Celestial and casting Shillelagh, dealing an average 28 damage. Turn 2, Magic Weapon at 3rd level, taking the attack action, dealing an average of 78 damage. Turn 3, Divine Favor attack action, 85.5 damage on average. And then turn 4, attack action plus bonus action attack, dealing an average of 106 damage, with 23.5 being our average 2 hits with permanent advantage. Oh, we do a lot of damage. Yeah, that is the end for today's build. If you want to hear my kind of like little yapping session at the end, make sure to stick around. But if not, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me more than you could ever imagine. And yeah, OT19, signing out. So yeah, this build is really nice. I mean, this build is very powerful. I mean, yeah, getting Summon Celestial at the end is super nice. Magic Weapon, of course, does help, and also I did make sure to actually get the rulings, because I know Shillelagh is one of those spells. Because Magic Weapon's worded really weirdly. I don't actually have it pulled up here, but basically, Magic Weapon says you turn a non-magical weapon magical, and I was like, oh, can we use our Shillelagh on that? And also, Shillelagh does not make your weapon magical, meaning you can most definitely magic weapon a Shillelagh weapon, which is really cool. So yeah, we're definitely doing that. I mean, also, Divine Favor, one of the best paladin spells. I do think, I know a bonus action is a cost, but most paladins aren't using their bonus action for anything in 2024, except for like maybe Magic Weapon, but Magic Weapon becomes non-usable once you get a Magic Weapon. But yeah, overall, I think Divine Favor is just one of those spells that is so grossly underrated in my opinion. A lot of people like aren't using it as much as they really should be. It's just permanent damage to all of your attacks. And yeah, overall it's just really good, especially on like dual wielding builds. Honestly, I believe Divine Favor is kind of like Hex, but concentration free, which just makes it so much significantly better. Because I can have Divine Favor and something like haste up at the same time. I can have Divine Favor and magical and elemental weapon up at the same time. I can basically have a version of Hex and a concentration spell all up on all times. And all it takes is a bonus action. It lasts for a minute. Overall, it's just really solid, and I think a lot of people are definitely sleeping on it. But yeah, what are my thoughts on the 2024 Paladin? It's significantly better than what I thought. I thought the Smite nerf would really hurt it a lot, but it clearly didn't very much. Now, what does suck is that our level 15 and 10 damage reports are not using Divine Smite, but our level 5 and 10 are using Divine Smite, which kind of does bring back a little bit of hope of you can still be a smiting paladin with the new rules. So, I mean, overall, what are my thoughts and opinions? I still don't like the Divine Smite change. I still think it could have been done much better to still make it a very nice class feature. I hate making it a spell, but but you can still be using it and get reasonable resolve and still get reasonably high numbers. So I do definitely like that part of it, but overall I do wish Divine Smite was different. But yeah, if you want to see my more, informed research opinion on Divine Smite, make sure to be on the lookout for my video of everything I like and dislike from 2024 Player's Handbook. And yeah, that's it from your boy, OT19, signing out. Peace!